Do you have a villain in your story? Whether it could be ourselves. This is kind of a self-love, self-acceptance video. Do you have a villain in the story of your life? Now that villain, maybe it's someone else. Someone that betrayed you, someone that judged you, someone you just don't get along with. I mean, as you progress within self-development, you learn that all those, like, even just saying those things is judgment itself, because like you kind of learn the deeper side of it. But that's not the point of this video. There's villains in our story. We have these villains and these lessons that we have to go through. Usually the lessons need a villain, and then we are the hero in the end. It's almost necessary as part of the human experience, that I feel like our brain creates this dynamic on purpose. And a lot of it is just kind of that shadow, right? We want to blame our situation on someone else, their behavior, their actions, or out there of something that happened, something that went wrong. Like someone's probably a villain, right? Uh, and that was a big pause. Okay, so when we think about judgment, a lot of people will put up a mask because they want other people to accept them. They want to be able to fit in, or they want to avoid conflict and just have things go smoothly. Of which, if you're ever holding your opinion, your values, your boundaries, or your voice out of holding the peace, that's not holding your peace. That's abandoning yourself. So, moving on. Villains. You are allowed to be the villain in someone else's story. We try so hard to make ourselves not a villain in our own story. And that is where self improvement comes in, where we acknowledge the villain side of us, our shadow side of us. We integrate it. We acknowledge the villain side of us. And we try to improve it, right? We're like, we either integrate it or like, okay, healthy anger, bad anger. That's integration. We're not cutting out anger altogether. So we're not like masking over. If you want to use the word heal, maybe that could mean, it doesn't hurt as much. Like when you tell a story, there's certain stories that I tell, it'll just be a memory out of nowhere, and it'll be something that happened decades ago, and tears will come up. I'm like, wow, okay, like that part is not healed. It hasn't been seen, or I haven't gone through it a different way to learn the lesson from it, to figure out what it meant, or to just feel it and love it and accept it. There's so many paradigms there. And a lot of the things that humans are kind of trained to do from a young age is to fit in, right? And so we bring that into our adulthood life, and we put up masks, and we also try not to be the villain in someone else's story, right? We want people to like us. So we try not to be the villain in their story. We try to do the best. And then if there is any friction between those two, obviously you're like, oh, well, it's all them. None of it's me. But it is, I mean, there's the accountability there. Like, you're okay to be your own villain. It's okay to be your own villain. Allowing yourself to be your own villain will allow you to take accountability for the parts or things that maybe you didn't like about yourself, or that caused friction somewhere else that wasn't great. So allowing yourself to be the villain, A, is a good way to accept responsibility for accountability. And B, from the other side of it, if you know that you've done everything you can, or been open to suggestions of how to resolve conflict or situation with someone, and there's still the resistance there, like you're still the villain in their eyes, like that's okay. And I don't mean that as like it's okay, let them talk, but like maybe think about it as in that's what we're here for. We are here for the universe to experience itself. So we can see through the lenses of everyone else and the different fragmentation of all the aspects of the human experience, right? And so if we sometimes many, many times I know I am the villain in someone else's story, and to me that's probably my gift to them in this lifetime. Like somebody had to give them whatever lesson they're going through. And if that makes me a villain out of it, as long as I have space to accept that, then like, okay, I can accept that because I can't think of anything that I want to actually be open to resolving with anyone on this earth right now. Like, I am open to resolving frictions. And am I the best at knowing how to do that? No. And that's why I say I'm open to those things. And some people, obviously those are just never going to happen. Like, even me saying that, that's kind of saying that I need closure on different situations when I really don't. Allowing yourself to be the villain, that's the closure. It's done. Great. I am happy to be part of your experience one way or another because it is always what it is. And it's judgment free. But a lot of it comes with where we want to feel like we're so perfect. We want everyone to like us. Even ourselves, we want ourselves to like ourselves. So it's really hard to accept ourselves as being a villain, whether that's from someone else's perspective or our own perspective. So maybe just ask yourself what it would mean in your story of your life if you yourself were the villain. You are the one holding yourself back. You are the one that hurt other people. You are the one that created a butterfly effect that drastically affected someone else's life. Whether you intended for it to or not, usually not, but we all have misunderstandings and things happen that way. C'est la vie. So life goes on and you accept that you're the villain in someone else's story. Look at a regular story where there's a villain and a hero. The hero is a villain in the eyes of the villain. It's that simple. My name's Deb. I like to share human experiences. Hopefully, it helps you gain some confidence in your human experiences. I just started posting some YouTube videos. My goal was to do at least 3 videos a week for the next year. I don't remember when I started. It's documented somewhere. And yes, leave comments below. Subscribe so that you don't miss any messages. I know this was just kind of a quickie, but also these messages are for you. I'm trying to get them out as much as possible in the sense that I really believe this the algorithms are connected to our consciousness. If you're going through something, I have found internet and social media to be extremely helpful, that I will open it up and source and God will talk to me through things. And I know that sounds psychotic. I know that sounds delusional, but you know what? If you want to be successful, you got to be a little bit delusional. Just got to get delusional. So, delusion wins. Make sure you comment below. Subscribe so you never miss the messages that are meant for you. Not every video is going to be for you, but for when you need them, they're going to be there. Whether it's today, whether it's a year from now, they'll hit at the right time. Cheers.